guys, welcome back to our channel, the Big H family. Today we are back with another video. It's been like forever since I've seen you all. How you all going? Let me know. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, like this video, share it with your friends and your family, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Okay guys, so today I am wearing Tobago Cosmetic lipstick. Well, not lipstick, but lipstick, let's say lippy, and in the shade Campbellton. So I'm wearing this shade in the middle today on my lips, as well as I am using Tobago Cosmetics. So guys, you're seeing the shades, right? And today our topic is on trusting the process while waiting, and our scripture verse for today is Romans chapter 8 verse 28. And we know that all things, not some, but all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and to them that are called by his purpose. So guys, let's get straight into the video for today. So whether it be a job or a husband or a financial breakthrough, that you are waiting on, everything demands us to trust the process while we are waiting on the end results, right? So nothing happens before it's time, and everything takes time. Today I see that it's even harder for persons to trust the process, because we are living in a world today where people want instant gratification, and while you may want that and you may get what you want at the point in time, however, if you want to enjoy the results of your reward, then sister, brother, we gotta go through the process. And while I'm telling you about going through the process, I know that it's hard and we often hear it all the time, and it's somewhat cliche and we don't want to hear it all the time, but it's reality, and it's just something that we all have to go through. But it's in that process that God refines you and he shapes you and he molds you into the person that he wants you to be, into a better version of yourself. You could say he shapes you and he molds you into what he wants you to be, or he sets you up for what he has in store for you later on in life. And we will appreciate it then, we would appreciate it then. We only appreciate the process after we have gone through the process, because it's at the end result we realize like, hey, it was worth the wait. You understand? Everything in life is a process, and nothing happens by a click of a finger. That only happens in TV, guys. And Bewitched, I don't know if you all remember the show Bewitched. Drop a comment if you remember the show Bewitched. But it's only in TV that things happen by a click of a finger. Everything takes time, and everything is a process. Take for example, you're going for a job. You have to go through the whole process before you can get the job. You don't just walk in and say, hey, I come into work today, I work in here. You cannot do that. You have to go through the process of sending in your application, interview, and then after you get the interview, then you wait for the call. So everything has its process, and we have to just wait. And that's what a process is meant for. It's meant to achieve a result at the end of whatever it is you're going through. We must go through some preparation. Right? So you're waiting on a husband, you must go through some preparation before you get that guy. Esther went through, Esther from the Bible went through a process of preparation before she was crowned queen. I think it was about 12 months. I think it was about 12 months. I'm not sure. I think it was about 12 months that she went through a process before she was crowned the queen. And if we know the story of Esther, had she not gone through that process, then she may not have been the queen. However, she went through the process and she was crowned the queen. She was picked as the queen. In your process of, let's say, waiting for a husband, let's just say waiting for a husband, because that is, I am saying waiting for a husband because that is one of the things that I think most people are very impatient. It's one of the things that a lot of women struggle with. I would like to hear from a guy, like, do you all feel frustrated on waiting for a while? Like, do men even study that? That's a good question, eh? Because I think like it's more women that's be talking about that, and they're frustrated, they don't know when God will send their husband and they're waiting so long, and it's more women that are complaining about the process of waiting on a husband, so, or on a mate. So if you're a guy and you're watching this video, let me know if you all just get frustrated too about waiting on your wife. So in the process of waiting for your husband, as we were saying, you may be someone who don't like to take telling, as the old people they say. You don't like to take head telling. You're hard, and you feel like you're your own boss, and that kind of thing. And you have to go through this process, and in this process God is probably teaching you accountability, because when you have a husband, I am guilty at times, but preaching to the choir. Yeah, when you have a husband, you're no longer in this, it's no longer you, but it's the two becoming one, right? So it's one. Here we have two individuals with two different views and two different perspectives and two different everything, and here we have to come up with one solution, and we have to agree on things, and you have to be accountable to your husband, or your husband have to be accountable to you. So you no longer can just do what you want and go where you want without saying anything. I mean, some people let's do it, but I don't do that. So I don't do that, but some people let's do it. I mean, I'm not saying you have to ask permission. If it's not that you're asking permission, but there's some sort of level of accountability that you as an adult or a partner have with your partner. God is trying to teach you to be accountable. And next thing, you may be someone who have a real bad attitude. And you are waiting on a husband. Honey, I mean, I don't know, but you can end up in a lot of problems with, if you go into a marriage with that same attitude, or a don't care attitude, or you don't like nobody to talk to you, and that kind of way, and that is not the attitude that you ought to go into a marriage with, or into a partnership with somebody with. Yes, so God is trying to work on you in the area of your attitude, because if it is you get a husband and he's someone who don't like that and he can't take that, you might end up in either a divorce, or you'll have a lot of problems in your marriage. So God is trying to spare you from all of that. So here he's taking you through a process of getting to refine you and to shape you into a better version of Kellen. The process of waiting teaches us a few things, right? First thing, it teaches us patience. The Bible says tribulation will take patience. Something we all don't want to learn. Because in order to learn patience, you have to go through some stuff. And I tell you, it's not easy going through things to learn to be patient, right? It can be very hard. And you learn things about yourself, and you feel to cry, and you're like, God, stop. God, oh, I can't take it no more. It teaches us to be happy with ourselves. It teaches us true happiness. And you can only find true happiness in God and in yourself. And you have to really appreciate yourself as an individual before and love yourself as an individual before you can on yourself. It also teaches us discipline, guys. So it teaches us discipline. So an example I have, right? Um, a Chinese bamboo tree. It takes about 5 years, they say, to grow before it grow into a 20 feet tall tree. And in that 5 years, every day you have to water that tree. And while you're watering the tree in that 5 year process, right? It's getting some roots, it's forming some roots in the soil that is going to help it from toppling over because it has to hold up this weight of a 90 feet tall tree, right? So it needs some strong roots in order to hold that. Now, mind you, after that 5 years, it is only takes 6 weeks for that tree to shoot up, eh? So it's taking 5 years. So you're going through a tedious process for 5 years. Just roots again. And in 6 weeks, shoot up 90 feet tall. And it's just, and if we use that example and we take it and we apply it to ourselves, it's the same thing. It takes time for us to learn some stuff, for us to develop ourselves, and some things take a longer time than others. And you'll be saying, like, but Susan didn't take so long to get she missed her, and why taking so long? And I may not know why. Everybody's journey is different, and everybody may not go through the same process like you. But what I can tell you is to trust the process. And when you come out of that process, you will be a beautiful and better version of yourself. You'll be able to love yourself, so you'll be able to love your partner even more. You will learn discipline. So when you go on your job, you'll be able to be a more disciplined person in the aspect of your job. Discipline in your finances, so you wouldn't be a bad spender because you would learn hard times in the season when you had nothing. You learn to appreciate the little, and you would learn to, you don't have to always eat out. You could make some things home. So you learn to budget in your process of waiting. So when you get your financial breakthrough or whatever, you can manage it better. You're better at management because you would learn management in that process. So you'll be a better manager of your finances after that process. And it's just like a diamond, guys. A diamond goes through a tedious process as well, eh? Really hard before it turns into this gem that we see, into this stone that we see in the jewelry store. It goes through a long process. But the beauty about it is that after this process, it comes out into this beautiful diamond stone. So, like the bamboo tree, in our process of waiting, it will teach us, it will give us strength so that when obstacles face us, or when we are faced with situation, we will not be easily moved, or we will not be easily persuaded, but we'll be able to stand firm on the word of God. We'll be able to stand firm and say, you know what, I have this and a strong hand. I could go through this, because it's mine. I compare to what I went through for 6 years, or for 5 years, or for 4 months, or for 6 months, or however long it. Yeah, you would have learned something in that process. We get overwhelmed, and I totally understand that, and we get frustrated, and I get frustrated and overwhelmed at times because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I could just do it, getting a job and sending out applications, and it's just not working out, and I have to trust the process of waiting, just like you all. So I know what I'm saying, and I know that it's hard, and don't get me wrong, I know that it's hard, but we have to trust God in the process and be hopeful that we will come out victorious after the process. Will you take this time to develop yourself, or you will complain in this process of waiting? So here my question again. Will you take this time to develop yourself, or will you complain about the process? So two things we are not going to do after today. Well, at least we are going to try. We are not going to panic. No matter how bad the situation is or how hard the situation is, we are not going to panic because we are going to be hopeful, and we know that we will come through. We will get through this, and we'll get through this together. We are going to focus on We are not going to focus on the situation. We are going to focus on the process. If you take your eyes off the situation and you just focus on the process and what you have to do in order to reach where you want to reach, you would see how fast you will reach there, because you'll focus on what it is I have to do, what it is I have to do, what I have to do, what I have to do in order to reach there, and not, oh gosh, I can't reach there yet. Oh God, look how far. No, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to focus. We're not going to focus on the situation anymore, but we are going to focus on the process. In our episode of Everything Local, we have our Tobago customer tips. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll enjoy this video. And guys, remember, we are going to trust the process while we are waiting on either our job, on our spouse, or on our financial breakthrough. Bye.